So here we are. The sixth and potentially final side story. Assuming there's nothing after, like as I predicted before, there might be some stuff after. Because we still don't have all the cutscenes, but I don't know, this might just be two bonus things. It's hard to say. But I won't get my hopes up, and I'll just... I won't get my hopes up, okay? This is the last one, okay? If there were more, they would have advertised more. But at the same time, there might be more. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to expect more. So I'm going to assume this is the last one. Self-love. Had to tidy myself up a bit because, got to look important. Got to look good for this final episode. Otherwise, Monica and the gang will judge me. They don't deserve this, okay? They deserve a NintenDan that looks his best. So I had to tidy myself up a bit. Yeah. Yo, on we go. Here we go. Final one in quotation marks. Because we all know that Amy's going to appear right after this. So, maybe. It's only been one day since Yuri's letter was delivered to Natsuki. That's right, I remember now. With Monika's help. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meeting that day, she and Natsuki haven't faced each other since. Ooh. Although it's only lunchtime, Yuri finds herself anxiously counting the hours until she will need to face the outcome of her efforts, whether good or bad. And we know it's going to focus around her and Natsuki because they were on the icon. And because the passing by of students was making her feel even more anxious, Yuri picked out the most secluded spot she could find to spend her lunch. Because this staircase is under maintenance, so it is, no student would have any reason for coming here. It's such a relaxing feeling to have a moment of solitude in the middle of a frantic school day. Uh-oh. Ew. What are you doing here? I just... Yuri grips her book with enough force to wrinkle the pages, not the book, beneath the pressure of her thumbs. Well, what are you doing here? Ugh, I asked you first. I just came to get a drink from the vending machine. Damn that vending machine. The other one is out of the drink I like, which is just pure piss. Yuri notices Natsuki fidgeting with a few coins between her fingers. She nods, avoiding eye contact. Natsuki, also looking away, shuffles over to the vending machine. It's so quiet that every one of her movements seems to reverberate through the entire stairwell. After far too long, she finally receives her beverage, which she then fidgets with in place of the coins. So, about the letter. It's some kind of iced tea. Oh. But instead of leaving right away, Natsuki just stands in place. She freezes up. She's glitching. She glances all around her. It's like way too quiet back here. It's creepy. Are you gonna murder me? I mean, that's not what I meant, really. I mean, it's totally cool that it's your thing or whatever. Like, I can see how it suits you, so... Not because I think you're creepy or shit. I gotta stop talking. I didn't mean that either. I'm just gonna stop talking. That seems like a good idea. Good start, guys. It's okay. I am creepy, and I was planning to murder you. Everything is okay. Yuri finds herself attempting some words of comfort after hearing Natsuki stammering herself in dejection. Seemingly in response, Natsuki approaches the base of the staircase and hesitantly sits herself down near Yuri. Well, I can leave if you want. Yuri shakes her head. I would like that, but, I'm not going to say that. Natsuki twists the cap of her drink and takes a sip. So, how are you? Despite receiving Yuri's general permission, Natsuki doesn't say anything more. She's frozen again. Yuri continues to read, or at least pretends to. And the two just sit there for a long time. The tension seems to fade a little as time passes. Even without any words, this seems to mean at least something, though it's not clear what they may be. Lunch ends more quickly than expected. Natsuki is the first to stand up with her empty drink bottle. She downed the whole thing. Are you coming today? Also, are you coming to the club? To the club? I'm sorry. Shouldn't have drank tango. It's my bad. Yuri nods. I'm sorry for being so awkward. Even though that's kind of your thing. I'm really bad at talking about this stuff. I just can't for some reason. I don't know why. But I want to. Eventually. When I feel like it. Maybe. Nah. There's no rush. I'm very patient. I say that every episode. I promise. Thanks. Cool, that's it. Well, oh. It's the next day. They're still by the staircase. They haven't gone home. Natsuki appears from around the corner and steps up to the vending machine, glancing at Yuri as she does so. Today she seems to be holding some kind of book as well. Oh, you're here again. This is not appropriate music for this. Well, I just came here to read this because there aren't any people around here. Even though I know that you're here every day now. And ever since then, I've started coming here every day. Oh, I thought you didn't like how quiet it was. That's my invitation for you to leave. Well, I don't, but there's no people here. It's funny how that means there's no noise. It's a weird world. I see. Natsuki sits down. The mood feels much different today than it did yesterday. And the song does too. After yesterday's lunch and the club meeting that followed, Natsuki and Yuri are beginning to feel more relaxed around each other again. Although Yuri's letter is still lingering in the back of Natsuki's mind, she continues to detour around it. But it's okay that I'm here, even though I was here first? Yeah, I don't care. I mostly just don't like dealing with the crap I get from my friends about it. Especially since, they all just assumed I stopped reading manga after I joined the literature club. Not that I'm trying to hide it from them exactly, but I just don't want it to come up again now after I've waited so long for this new volume to come out. Literally months at this point. You don't have any other friends who are into manga? Huh, maybe it's because, everyone else grew up. I mean, I'm not gonna say that part. Not unless online friends count, but they're not really who they say they are. And Sayori, but that's different because she's not exactly into it, she just likes it, you know what I mean, to appease us. Honestly, you're lucky that the books you're into at least just look like books, so you don't have to feel like everyone is constantly judging you but why you're reading. That would be so awful. What a darn shame for you. Especially since I already hate attention so much. Well, it's a good thing I have thick skin, I guess, even though I clearly don't. By the way, I would totally recommend finding some friends online if you haven't already, since you have none, and are kind of a loser. If you're like me and have no one to share your hobbies with. Oh, I have online friends. There's this one called Natsuki97. Wait a minute, is that you? Since middle school, actually, I was especially desperate back then. It's somewhat embarrassing to reminisce about those days. Sometimes I feel like the me from a few years ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face. Oh, how I longed for it. Wait, what? Oh, whatever, we were all just stupid kids back then anyway. Some of the fanfics I wrote, thank God I used a pseudonym. I don't know what that is, not gonna lie, not even gonna lie to you. But I liked it at the time, I got a lot of fulfillment from it. And plus, I can look back at and say with confidence that I've become a better person since then. So I don't think I would change anything. I wonder if a few years from now, I think she means that she didn't use her real name. I might be wrong. We'll think about the same thing about our current selves. Haha, probably. That doesn't make you uncomfortable? No, of course not. I don't care what other people think of me, especially someone who doesn't even exist yet. Huh? Right. Alright, here. Natsuki raises a hand to her face and forcefully slaps her own cheek. Look what you made me do! That's from the future coming to terms with me right now. Now I can do whatever the fuck I want. Also, ow, I didn't mean to do it that hard. Yuri doesn't seem to react, she just kind of shuffles away as she witnesses a girl literally slap herself in front of her. But then, to Natsuki's surprise, Yuri shyly looks the other way before lifting her arm and doing the same thing to herself, loudly smacking her cheek. She turns red and stares into her lap, but is unable to hide a smile. Oh no. As though it was a really funny joke. Yeah, I'm sure that's why she's smiling. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in you. Girl! You rockin' those slaps. I don't. I don't even know why I did that. It's not maybe because I enjoyed pain. I mean, no, I can't tell you that. Maybe I thought it would be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. You said you were looking forward to reading, but I keep going on about all this nonsense. Even though it was you who was doing that. What? I'll let you get to your reading. Oh, right. Yeah, I totally came here to read by myself. Not to talk to you. Yeah, I guess I'll do that then. Yeah. The conversation ends quickly, and Natsuki opens her book. The two read silently for the remainder of their lunch hour. But the whole time, Yuri feels distracted by a twist of regret over having so abruptly forced the end of their conversation. Oh, you're back. Yeah, I'm here to lay low again. It's just a coincidence that you're also here. Another day has passed. During lunchtime, Natsuki finds herself having wandered to the stairwell once more. Hey, did you buy that? Natsuki quickly notices a bottle of iced tea on the staircase where she normally sits. Yuri nods, avoiding eye contact. What, like for me? No, it's mine. What? How dare you? But you didn't know I was coming here today. What if I didn't show up? Well, I mean, I would have drank it myself, I guess. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. This is actually mine, but you're just assuming it's for you. It was a stupid thing to do. No, it wasn't stupid. I just thought... Never mind. What I meant to say is thank you, but I'm really bad at that. And that it's a really nice gesture. It's okay if you don't feel that way. I do. I mean, I have like no money, so thank you so much. It was the other thing that I didn't mean. I swear, please believe me. Yuri pauses, then nods. Talking is hard. I get it wrong a lot too. Now I'm panicking. So I believe you. Natsuki exhales in relief. Oh, thank fuck that purple-haired crazy bitch believed me. Whoops. She then sits down next to Yuri and takes the drink. Knowing Yuri, she was probably overthinking it so much that Natsuki's tepid response filled her with self-doubt. I'll do something nice for you next time. Like, not come here again. Please, don't feel obliged. Now I'm panicking about that. Do you not know how I work? I want to. I want to do nice things too. Okay. Thank you. I'll take back my drink. That's a nice thing for you to do. You can thank me after I figure out how to do something nice. Jesus Christ, Yuri. I'll do it then too. Natsuki says, no, because then I'll have to do it again. God damn you. Nothing. Fuck you. Just reminds me how I haven't been getting along with my friends lately. Is that why you've been coming here? Because you don't have to come here. There's plenty of other places to go. Well, no, not exactly. I haven't been avoiding them on purpose or anything. They're just other things I'd rather be doing during lunch lately. like you. I like being around them when we're all just having fun, but they also just can't take anything seriously. So when I'm, I don't know, feeling serious, when their edges just really get on my nerves. It's only gotten worse since I joined the literature club. How come? I don't know. I feel like I used to be really good with just putting up with it, because it would be so stupid to cause drama over a joke I didn't like or something. But I just have a hard time doing that lately. But it's my fault for being overly sensitive. If I have a problem, I'm not gonna demand for everyone around me to change. But yeah, I know. Monika and Yuri really don't agree with that kind of thing. But they're not in my position, so it's easy for them to say that you should just communicate your feelings or whatever. It's not like my friend group does that kind of thing. I would just be making an embarrassment of myself. Sorry, none of this has anything to do with you. I don't know why I'm talking about it. It's okay. I like listening. And watching. Always watching. What, listening to other people's problems? Yes. It makes me feel more normal. So if other people have problems, mine aren't so bad. Huh, that's weird. You... God damn it. I was feeling good earlier, now you've done this to me. Sorry. That's fine. I just like learning about people. Do you think it's weird? No, that's not weird. I probably just misunderstood, so... I don't know, does that mean I should keep going? If you'd like. Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about now. What are some things that you like about your friends? A lot of things. For one, they're not you. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with, like after school and on the weekends. Just not any other time, because that's serious time. And they really like my baking. And it's fun to complain about school together. They make me laugh a lot, and we have a lot of good memories and inside jokes. Oh, I'm bad at a lot of those things. I'm just gonna compare myself to your friends throughout the rest of the conversation. I hope that's not weird. So? Are those all things that are important to you? I can learn, I swear! Well, kind of, but they're not things I need to get out of everybody. Everyone in the club is really different from that, but I'm still friends with them too. Well, Yuri really likes your baking, and she makes you laugh, and she complains a lot. That doesn't mean she's anything like my other friends. Well, unlike them, she's a nice person who cares about your feelings. Oh shit. Excuse me? How about you don't talk that way about my friends that you don't know anything about? Natsuki stands up. No, wait. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You two are getting on like a house on fire. You just... I didn't want to say anything bad. Please don't leave. Natsuki sighs and shakes her head. It's fine. As long as you as long as you understand that you can't just judge people like that. I'm sorry. Natsuki sits back down. You can't just compare friends like that and like measure who's better than who. Everyone's different. I'm sorry again. I just don't like people who want to hurt you. What? Silence stretched between them. They don't want to hurt me. We just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun. I don't like that. Well, that's why I'm friends with them and you're not. You like it? Just don't worry so much about me. It's banter, bitch. Jesus, it's not worth it. I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to help with social conflicts. Like how Monika can. She's good at these things, even though it's usually Sayuri. Not really. Also, I don't always want help. Sometimes it's just stuff I have to deal with myself. That's what Monika and Yuri never seem to understand. They make everything their problem. Sometimes all you do is look at them wrong and they're all like, "Aw, what's wrong? Is everything okay?" I just want to mind my own business sometimes and decide myself if I want to talk about things, like I've been doing this whole time. The only one who understands that is you. So you really shouldn't be so hard on yourself. You're not as bad as you think. Oh, you don't need to reassure me or anything. I know that I'm trash. I mean that. Plus, it makes sense that it makes sense that someone who doesn't talk a lot would make a good listener. Thank you. You're also nice, I guess. I just feel obliged to return the compliment, I guess. Ugh. It's really hard for me. It doesn't come naturally at all. It's so weird because I always thought of myself as someone who can just say whatever's on my mind. But I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed or upset or I want to say something mean. Why am I like that? You don't have to answer that, I'm just talking to myself. Yuri nods and remains silent. I will stay quiet here. I cannot say anything, otherwise she'll get mad at me. Natsuki notes her fidgeting with the pages of her book. How come you like reading so much, you fucking loser? Oh, well, a lot of reasons. But I just get sucked into it so easily. Literally, I get sucked into the book. It's so immersive, like I want to be a part of it. I think there are a lot of things about people in real life that make me feel uncomfortable and frustrated. Especially when it comes to following social conventions and group interactions. I just don't really understand it, and I have no real desire to participate. But it's different with books. I feel like I always want to be around the characters. I feel such a strong emotional connection with them in ways that I've never felt with real people. So in that way, it can sometimes feel more real than real life. Really? It's that hard for you to be around people, like, all the time? Fairly often, especially in group settings. When people are making all kinds of conversation and saying jokes, and all of that, I don't know what to do, and I just disengage. Oh, that doesn't get lonely? I don't think so. I can still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one, like Peter, and I have online friends too, of course. Do you ever wish that you could be friends with the characters in your books? All the time. Sometimes so badly that it makes my heart ache. Oh god. Yeah, me too. There's this like really cute boy in this manga and I just want to be with him, but I can't. Really? A lot. Like more than anything. After Natsuki mutters that, silence fills the stairwell once more. But it's a mutual silence, one full of understanding. Soccer tryouts. Okie dokie. We haven't even been to the literature club yet. Crazy. First time. Hey. Oh, hello. Who are you? I almost thought you weren't coming today. I was panicking. Yeah, well, lunch is already more than halfway over. Natsuki had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since that had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them, which was every day now. Today she's holding a large plastic container in both hands. I ran into my friends, so I hung out with them for a while. Is that so? You betrayed me. Yeah. I was in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen them in a while. Which I had to come up with an excuse for, but I expected that. Plus, I have way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I would share with them too. As she sits down, Natsuki opens the lid of her container. You made cupcakes? You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. You can take one if you want. Yuri takes a cupcake and carefully twirls it between her fingers. It's brown, with dark green frosting immaculately shaped into a floral pattern and topped with some kind of glittery powder. It's poison. How pretty. I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it. Fucking what? You will finish it. Are they for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it, I just made them. It's not because the new guy's joining or anything. Oh, I just thought that because green is Monica's favorite color, right? Well, yeah, but that's not really... Yuri takes a small bite. I didn't say you could eat it yet! This is green tea flavored. Wait a second. I love green tea. Oh, do you? It was just a random idea I wanted to try, so Ah, you're not fooling anyone. Don't laugh at me. I'm not. I was politely just chuckling. I just felt happy. Oh, sorry. Sorry you felt happy. That was not my intention. Usually when... Never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just wanted to do something nice. And this is something I happen to be good at. And I do know that you like them from past experience. Yuri turns red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. Ironically, her mouth is too full of cupcake for her to stammer an excuse, so she just settles for a disapproving look. How did you get into baking? Oh, well, I don't know. It kinda just always appealed to me. I'm always hungry, because I don't get fed. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got like super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day. But it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like, baking is like an art. But when you get good at it, it gets more delicious too. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing that it would just be eaten afterwards. What I'm trying to say is your hobby is useless. Ha, yeah, maybe you're too practical for it. I think I prefer to be on the receiving end. Oh shit. That's my other favorite part about it. It's something that I can do to make a lot of people happy, like unconditionally. Everyone is always so thankful, and in that moment you get to be like the bringer of joy. I don't know, it just makes me feel valued. Yeah, I guess that. So you were able to make up with your friends today? There wasn't anything to make up with them about. We weren't fighting or anything. You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood. It only turns into a fight if I lose my cool. That's just unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse. So they're not going to stop? I mean, it only happens sometimes anyway. It's just the way they are. I'm the one who ever has a problem with it. It's not worth it. Especially since I have somewhere to go now when I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh, so you're gonna continue to be... Oh, great. I see. The cupcake's empty foil wrapper audibly crinkles as Yuri clenches a fist. I'm just a substitute. I must eradicate them. I'm glad that the situation is resolved. And that you don't have to avoid them anymore. I'm lying. Yeah, me too. And I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. I'm sure you have a lot of reading to catch up on. Yeah. Uh-huh. I know that cupcakes are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me, but it's the best I can do. So you can have the rest of them. I know how fat you are, so... Natsuki grabs the box and slides it over to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box. Then she shakes her head and slides them back. No, I didn't really like it. You should save them for your other friends that aren't me. But I made them for you. But you just said that. Natsuki's voice whines as she protests. I know. And I like them very much. Exactly as you thought. You succeeded. But I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it from you. No, they were for making you happy. You make me happy. You're worth more than cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with you. And be your friend. Oh dear, Yuri. Without warning, tears pour from Natsuki's eyes. She pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing into her arms. Natsuki? I'm such a bad person. Yuri stammers, feeling panicked. I didn't mean to say anything bad. I didn't mean to say something bad. Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her eyes. You didn't. Natsuki tries to choke back her sobs, but struggles to speak through them. I just really hate myself sometimes. And it feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like, I don't deserve it. I'm sorry? No, I'm so difficult, and I can't think of even a single thing about myself that somebody would like. I'm trying to think. I hated myself for bothering you during lunch, and I just thought it was my chance to be a good person, like to be nice and do the things you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried in the club, Sayuri and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things too, about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinized everything I say, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. And I just spent so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else must hate me too. So, I understand some of that through my own experience. And that's why I wanted to write the letter and express my feelings. It pained me to see those things in someone else that I saw in myself. Natsuki sniffles. Yuri rustles through her bag and pulls out some tissues and hands them to Natsuki. Sorry, they're a little red. Monica told me that it takes a good person to reflect on these things. The desire to improve yourself. That makes you a good person, so don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people would like, so... Like what? Like how you're fun for people to be around. And you're not shy. And you know how to make people laugh. Just think of all the laughs that we've shared. And you're very passionate about things, and you know how to take the lead. And you care a lot about other people. And just a lot of things. Oh. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. What the fuck, Yuri? Well, you're the one who asked. Gee, fucking hell, Natsuki. Can I do anything right? And don't you think I feel embarrassed? Natsuki tries to hide a smile, then she sighs as it fades again. Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time, but then I keep coming back for some reason. Maybe it's because you keep buying me drinks. Is that bad? Just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back, so ditching them all the time feels like, I don't know. Feels like what? Tell me. Natsuki's voice gets quiet. Maybe I'm scared that they'll get mad at me. I really don't know what to do. She pauses. Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles while she thinks to herself. What would you do, hypothetically speaking, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you? Happy for what? Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical. Natsuki says that, but with little confidence in her voice. I always told myself that I don't rely on the approval of others to be happy. And I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. That's probably what's making me feel so confused, because I'm threatened out of all the things that should make me happy. So, no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy, or I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. That must make it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong just for being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with a lot of things. Natsuki presses her palms onto her forehead and shakes her head. Why do they all do this? I know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier to be comfortably unhappy than it is to do something so scary. To do what? You know, to end it. With them? I didn't think you were actively considering that as an option, but then again I haven't been paying attention. I wasn't, until recently. It's just one of those things where, like, it's been a certain way for so long that you just get used to it. Like, So much of you has gone into it, so much that it feels like that's just how your life is. And throwing it away is like throwing away such a big part of your life. It makes me feel sick to think about. Natsuki sighs. It's just really scary. It's terrifying. What are you scared of? I don't know. A lot of things. Like being alone. Not having anyone to talk to or hang out with. You know, like being you. Not being able to replace what I have with them. And I don't want them to hate me. And I'm scared they'll hurt me for going against them. Physically? Not physically, but... Yuri clenched her fists. I'll take him on. Natsuki. What? If anyone even thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash hell upon them. Natsuki snorts in laughter. You're fucking weird. Don't laugh at me. Sorry, I like that. That's all. Oh. Well, I meant it. I'll fucking stab them. I'm fucking crazy, bitch. Okay. Funny joke, Yuri. I know you did. Natsuki gives Yuri an endearing look. I needed it. As the conversation lapses, Natsuki again slides her box of cupcakes over to Yuri. You know what? You earned yourself a cupcake. Positive reinforcements. Just take them, okay? Like, come on. I don't want other people to have them anymore. Are you sure? Natsuki nods. I'm sure. I will then. I'll enjoy them. Like the little piggy I am. Oink, oink, oink. Natsuki looks away, but a feeling of warmth spreads through her. She holds on to that feeling, knowing it will give her courage. And we're here again. Weird. None of this is taking place in the literature club. And it doesn't feature Monika and Shiori at all. I don't think it's going to end here. I don't think it's going to end with the 6th story. Ah, you're here first today. And you brought reading material. Natsuki is sitting in her usual spot, this time holding a volume of manga while her lunch sits beside her. Yuri sits down as well and opens her own book. It sucks when a good series has to come to an end. Like, it's such a big part of your life, and then one day there's just nothing left. It makes you feel happy, feel empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book of this series. I reckon they'll end as soon as the main character walks into the club. They'll do like one sort of bonus episode, and they'll end it with the main character just walking in. That sucks. But there's also something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know if I'd want it to go on forever. Maybe. But there are some things that I wish could. On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome? Guys, stop breaking the fourth wall, okay? Yeah, definitely. I can think of at least one thing I've read that got pretty unbearable like halfway through, and the ending really sucked. I'm talking about Doki Doki. So it sucks when something good has to end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. I guess it sucks either way. Well, that's the nature of all things. They come to an end. Ends just there. The two fall silent and stare at the screen. They're looking at you. They slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. Except Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all. You don't go out during the weekends, right? Excuse me? What the fuck did you say to me? You don't talk to me while I'm eating. Like with friends. At the mall or downtown or whatever. I'm not a total shut-in, you know. Oh, my bad for making assumptions. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm sure I go out less often than other people like you and the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends and arbitrarily spend time like that. I'm just usually meeting with my board game group. nerd. Board game group? That sounds boring. It doesn't matter. It's just more nerdy stuff. What do you ask anyway? I was just curious. I just realized that I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious. Yuri looks at Natsuki and realizes that she's shaking. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me! Sorry. Natsuki pulls her knees into her chest again and pulls her head down. She's morphed into a morph ball. She rolls around. I can't take this. Did I do something? Yuri gets flustered, her mind racing over what she may have said or done. Oh god! I did. I ended it. I texted them earlier, telling them. And then I just blocked them because I'm so afraid of their responses. And now it feels like I'm dying inside. Oh, that's bad? Hold on, just checking my programming. Yeah, that's bad. I'm sorry. Totally unsure of what to do, Yuri can barely find any words of support to offer. Meanwhile, the sounds of Natsuki's unusually hard breathing fills the air. Then she speaks again, barely above a whisper. Help me. I feel sick, and I want to hit my head against things. Please help. I can't take this. You may be having a panic attack, and that's causing me to have a panic attack. Stop panicking! With that realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changes. I have experience with this, so I'll help you through it, okay? I think she's gonna do the same thing that Yuri did to her. Natsuki meekly nods through her rapid breath, head still buried in her knees. Yuri's cha-cha slides over to Natsuki and sits on the step behind her. Then she pulls her heads on Natsuki's shoulders. Can you feel my hands? Natsuki nods. Her shaking becomes much more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri keeps her voice low and gentle. You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place, where nothing can hurt you. Oh god, there's a giant bee in here! Natsuki, panic! Natsuki nods once more. Although Yuri is only touching Natsuki's shoulders, she can practically feel her racing pulse through the base of her neck. We'll do a breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen to my breaths and breathe along with me. Let's breathe in now. Yuri takes a deep, slow breath. Beneath her hands, she feels Natsuki's shoulders rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. She fails and dies. They exhale together, although Natsuki's breath shakes on the way out. That's good. Let's keep going. Yuri breathes in once more, and Natsuki joins her. They continue like that for a few more cycles while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki rest more of her weight into Yuri's palms. Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in and out, and the weight of my hands on your shoulders. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space. Minutes pass in silence. By now, the worst of it has passed, but Yuri is determined not to move away until Natsuki prompts her to. Meanwhile, Natsuki has lifted her head off her knees, and her breathing has mostly steadied. Then she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arms. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is. You don't have to apologize. This must be enormously stressful for you. Is that going to keep happening? It may or it may not. We can take measures to prevent it from the future, but I think it will naturally get better over time. Natsuki motions to sit back down again, so Yuri moves over. Yuri turns away to pick up her open book from the dusty floor, which she had hastily set down earlier. She brushes the dust off the cover. I don't think I could have gotten through that alone. You're not alone. Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap. You're not alone. From now on, you don't have to do anything alone. I'll watch you eat, watch you sleep, watch you have a panic attack. I'll watch you do everything. As she says that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to so openly share her thoughts, but something about Natsuki of all people makes it feel so much more natural to do so. Because she hates her. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki is so timid and uncertain of herself. Natsuki does such a good job at hiding it that it's taken a long time for Yuri to finally realize it, and because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted. Demonstrating that you deserve the love of others. If you can accept that for the first time, then perhaps you can begin the tumultuous journey of learning to love yourself. Oh. Do you really mean that? You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do. Also, I'm trying to read, by the way. Because I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So, you've given me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places. I never gave you that. What? I see. But you already said it, so you can't take it back now. Shit. That's why you shouldn't speak to people, Yuri. Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then. I know a good ice cream place. Oh. That means you'll finally figure out my favorite ice cream flavor. Ah. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you don't remember? The first day that you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor. But for me, you said you had no idea. Seriously? I don't remember that at all. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. I said it was probably green tea. Yuri shakes her head. It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Shit, I've revealed it now. Now we can't go. Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy. How was that fancy? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should have guessed something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Hey, strawberry is my favorite. Get your own! What a coincidence. I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have the sick feeling in my stomach, but it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better I could be doing? Not that I know of. There's nothing that will make this easy for me. And you already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talked about the letter you wrote. Anyway, I didn't like it. But I feel like we're way past that at this point. I don't even know what to talk about. Except that I think it helped me understand my needs a little bit better. The way I like to be treated. And the kinds of friends that I want to have. That's why I wanted to start coming here in the first place, even though I was so scared of causing more problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here initially. Oh, yeah. Well, not exactly. What do you mean? Nothing. Shut up. I may have tracked you down at first. What the fuck? With the help of Yuri. That's weird as fuck. But you said... I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to, like... Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage. Even if it was in your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave. And it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it. Anyone? You mean, like you? Yes. Like me. You know, I could get used to this. As long as you don't tease me too much. Fine. Just a little then. That's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now. But I really do think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured. The two girls continue their conversation through the remainder of lunch. But a new feeling hangs in the air, a feeling of greater certainty in their path forward. In just a few hours there will be another literature club meeting, where the 4 club members will happily spend time together. Each of them, all with their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. The end of each chapter is the start of the next. Yuri thinks to herself, since she's about to finish her long-running series, it would be best to have a new book lined up. That's hinting to the next game, I think. That's going to star Yuri. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore. Together. Interesting. There is a last one. Equals. Oh, that's good. I'm so glad there's a last one. As a reminder to help guide our data collection, any analysis performed should be focused on answering some of these main questions. How does granted elevated access to the VM affect a person's emotional state? How does granting elevated access to the VM affect a person's values and goals? How does someone effectively navigate an experiment with their ability to change the contents of their VM? How is elevated access being weaponized? What actions and values most contribute to the destruction of the universe? Most importantly, how might your observations apply to your own universe? Bonus! How can we present this to upper management as an operation that benefits the company? Unrelated note, whoever changed the color scheme of the desktop to pink, can you please change it back? It's unprofessional and it runs the risk of drawing eyes. Sorry. Apologies, that was me. I assume they mean mine, even though it's not really pink. But that's their best way of reading it. So yeah, we have one more left. Equals. Whether this will be like the moment just before the main character arrives, or whether this will be just something entirely different, because I know it takes place in a different alternate universe, like it says up here. But it's hard to say whether they'll go down the same route or not. It seems like Natsuki and Yuri are closer to each other than they were in the original DDLC. So either they need a reason to sort of fall out again, or they won't, and this will just be, it won't involve the main character joining the literature club and the same thing's happening again. So, yeah. But I'm really excited about this one. So glad there's a final one. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm really looking forward to this. Really looking forward to it. Hell yeah! See you later.